The Fox 10 News alert: a mistrial in the trial of a rancher accused of killing a migrant on his property in southern Arizona. The jury, made up of 5 men, 3 women, had heard testimony during the 4-week trial. They started deliberating last week, and they could not reach a verdict on Friday.
The same thing happened today. The prosecution said George Kelly recklessly fired 9 shots at a group of men who were killed on his property. Kelly said he simply fired warning shots into the air and did not directly shoot anyone. And on the body of the victim, they never found the bullet, raising the possibility that the defense put forward that someone else could have shot this migrant. It may have been a narcotics trade. Who knows? Now the Santa Cruz County Attorney's Office must decide if it wants to retry the case. The Attorney's Office could decide to retry him on murder charges, a lesser charge, or drop the case altogether.
A teenager is arrested after accidentally shooting a second teen. It happened Saturday in Surprise near Bell Road and Crossroads Boulevard. The victim was taken to the hospital and then released. Investigators say the suspect was showing the gun to a coworker when it went off, then tried to hide the gun. The teen is facing charges of aggravated assault, endangerment, and possession of a firearm by a minor.
A home invasion attempt in the West Valley ends with one of the suspects being shot by someone inside the home. Fox 10's Lauren Clark has the details.
Did speak to the resident inside the home at that time. He didn't want to go on camera because he was still shooken up about the incident. But he told me a little bit about what happened. He said around 4 a.m., 2 men rung the door outside his home. He said he was the only person home and didn't answer it. That's when he said the 2 men made the way into his home through the back door. And he said he was cornered. He said he doesn't know who these men are, and it's unclear if his roommates do, though, at this time. Crime scene tape strung across a Surprise neighborhood. Detectives gathering evidence. Command cars parked in streets. Sights leaving those who call this area off of 140th Avenue in Waddell home on edge.
Pretty shocking because this is a neighborhood where you could usually leave your cars unlocked. Nothing like that happens here. It
happened early this morning. Surprise police say 2 suspects attempted to break into a home. Officers believed a resident inside fired a gun, striking one of the suspects, who is expected to survive. Both suspects are currently in custody. And despite investigators saying there's no threat to the community, neighbors like Nancy McCraven, who chose not to show her face a few doors down.
Why down there? Why that house? What were they looking for?
Still have some questions and concerns.
It's quite scary. Quite scary.
A sentiment that's echoed by her neighbors.
Lock your windows, lock your doors, keep your cars locked, get a guard dog.
It's frightening, but it happens in all different neighborhoods. There is no safe place.
Police wrapped up their investigation here about 3 hours ago. Reporting here in Surprise, Lauren Clark, Fox 10 News.
A former high school basketball coach testifies in his own trial, accused of sex crimes with a minor. But Fox 10 Investigates has learned the defendant was the predecessor for a recently fired Peoria High School coach known by Phoenix Suns fans as Mr. Orange.
Patrick Patillo was just indicted by a grand jury on multiple charges. Fox 10 investigator Justin Lum joins us live tonight with new details.
John, Christina, that is 2 consecutive head basketball coaches at Peoria High School facing serious allegations involving sex crimes with children. Former head coach William Roberts took the stand today in his trial. Patrick Patillo, a.k.a. Mr. Orange, remains behind bars waiting for his next hearing. Here's what we know. 46-year-old William Roberts took the stand answering questions from his attorney. He's accused of 6 counts of sexual conduct with a minor. A grand jury indicted the former Peoria High School basketball head coach in July of 2022. But allegations stem back to incidents in 2006 to 2007 and 2011 to 2013.
Did you lead her to the couch in the living room when was asleep on your bed? Did that happen?
That did not happen. According to the probable cause statement, both female victims were minors when Roberts had sex with them. It's important to note the alleged sexual encounters happened before Roberts became head basketball coach at Peoria High School. In 2011, Roberts founded Team Emphasis, a nonprofit organization of 3 basketball teams in Peoria intended to coach and mentor youth. During this trial, a relative of an alleged victim took the stand.
She would spend the night there.
Okay, and what was your understanding of why she was spending the night at Will's apartment?
She mentioned that she was cleaning His apartment.
Roberts became head basketball coach at Peoria High School for the 2015-16 season, according to Max Preps. He was placed on administrative leave in December of 2019 due to an internal investigation. Peoria police also got involved, and Roberts resigned in May 2020. Patrick Patillo was an assistant coach on Roberts' staff and applied for the interim head coaching job, eventually taking over the program for 5 seasons. At Phoenix Suns games, Patillo built a reputation as Mr. Orange, a superfan. Now Patillo has been indicted on 4 counts of attempted sexual exploitation of a minor.
The very strong weight of evidence in the PC addendum, and that the defendant wasn't in a position of trust and authority to the victims.
Earlier this month, Peoria police say Patillo tried to convince a 15-year-old boy that he could make money by sending videos of him doing sex acts. Court documents reveal messages over Snapchat showing the alleged instructions given by Patillo. 2 other juvenile students told investigators that Patillo made sexually inappropriate comments to them via Snapchat. As for his predecessor, we reached out to Peoria Unified School District. A spokesperson says a background check plus a fingerprint clearance was done on Roberts. If any flags came up, officials would have been alerted. The trial of William Roberts continues tomorrow. As for Patillo, he's due back in court on Wednesday. He's being held in Lower Buckeye Jail on a $100,000 bond. Live in the studio, I'm Justin Lum for Fox 10 Investigate.
A child is in the hospital tonight after a crash involving a police car, part of a 6-car pileup near 28th and Peoria Avenues, and it happened as police were pursuing a hit-and-run driver. Fox 10's Kenzie Beach joins us live with more tonight. Kenzie.
Yeah, Brian, well, this scene here has been cleared, but as some of these cars get out of the way, you'll be able to see all the debris, all this dirt, glass, and even some car parts still in the roadway here on 28th Drive. Now, Phoenix police, they had about half a mile of Peoria Avenue blocked off for almost 8 hours today. So it shows you just the impact that it's had in this neighborhood. They say it all started with one car that was fleeing from police. When they were speeding away, they lost control, causing chaos in this neighborhood.
This is scary to know that these people could be driving like this fast.
That's terrible.
The damage so extensive that the yellow car is airborne. Phoenix police say an out-of-control driver was coming around Metro Center when they were spotted by police. That officer turned on their sirens and things escalated. Evidence markers appear to suggest where that car headed before they lost control. Following the crash, those occupants of that suspect vehicle ran away from the scene on foot. Police say that an additional patrol car was responding to this scene. When they tried to avoid the crash, they hit a child who they say was running into the road. Officials say that child was involved in that original crash. Police believe they have detained those individuals that fled the scene. Now, both those adults and that child that was hit by a police car, all of them are expected to make a full recovery. The question still remains why that car originally fled from police in the first place. There's this bus here, but I got to tell you guys, this was a massive 6-car pileup. Such a large portion of this area blocked off, so it did cause quite a large interruption to this area today. Live in Phoenix, Kenzie Beach, Fox 10 News.
Okay, thank you, Kenzie.